Now, boys, I'm a queen of the people. Let's not fight over me. Hi, it's Ghost Queen. I'm back.
I'm the king. Yes.
How is everyone? It's Saturday night. I'm running very late tonight. I'm so sorry. Ooh, I think I have to. I have to shut my phone off. So funny. So, how is everyone tonight? Hi, DM Rage. How are you? Lori, my honey. Thanks for coming in, Lori, to mod. It's Saturday night. We've had a big, busy day today. And I'm in a little bit higher spirits than yesterday, so that's good news. Um, yeah, I slept really late today. I didn't get up until like 1. It was decadent and crazy. And yeah, we had like days and days of rain, and today it was beautiful. It was sunny. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was kind of cool. Like it wasn't super warm, but it was comfortable, and it was just a gorgeous, beautiful day. And I like to get out first thing when I wake up and get outside, and then, So when it's like a gorgeous day like that, it really lifts my spirits. So it was very nice. It was very pretty today. And then had my coffee, got going with the day, checked out what's happening here and there. Hey, Lady Norn. And yes, I think Kai is still crying, last I heard. Hey, Shan. And it was just, yeah, it was a good day today. I did my usual, like, getting on social media, seeing what was up. And then I spent the day actually doing a dreaded chore. I did paperwork today. Paperwork is like the bane of my existence. I hate it. I hate doing paperwork. It's awful. And Wayne, maybe headphones or turn that down a hair because I can hear it. Thank you, dear. I'm drinking a vanilla Coke. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I only ever, if I drink soda, I only ever allow myself one per day because it's so bad for you. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I did paperwork all day, which I hate doing it. It's so annoying, and I put it off. So I usually only do it like once a month, and yeah, I did it. I threw out like half a garbage bag full of paper. That's just shit I don't need. So that was a big chore I got done. Felt productive. And yeah, that's about it. Then what else did I do today? I feel like I got so much done, but it's just like the day flies by. It's like, boom, there was your life. How was that? I got my new logo. So I commissioned this girl to do a logo for me. She's an artist, and she's a woman, young woman. And I really like her. She's awesome. And I found her on Twitter, and she had never done a logo before, but I asked her if she would do one for me, and she agreed. And so she just emailed me the files this morning. Let's see if I can show you here. And I love it. It's adorable. So cute. So there it is. It's like a little ghosty with a banner and a pink crown, purple background. Of course, we could mess around with the colors. But then it's got the purple and black striped tights, which I actually have those. And the button eyes, which did sort of remind me of Coraline, which I love. And then the boots. I was a combat boot girl in my time. So it seemed kind of apropos, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I didn't put in last night's links yet. That's how busy I've been. I just was going all day. I didn't put in the links for the show last night, so I still have to do that. And then at the same time, I'll do the show for tonight, and I will put in all her info in the description. She does have some fantastic artwork. She sells her artwork at a pretty reasonable price, so you might want to check it out. I really like her. Cool young woman, and I love her artwork. It's fantastic. So I'm really excited about the logo. That's cool stuff. So yeah, hi Paranormal Response. And yeah, so that was good and fun and exciting. And I let Juju run around today. She had a little Roman holiday, and I think she rolled in something dead. She smells like ass. And I normally only bathe her like once a month when I do her flea treatment. But she's going to have another bath because she is stinky. Ooh! Reeking to high heaven over here. Stinky little dog. So yeah, bath time for Juju tomorrow, I think. Yeah, then Wayne was flying his drone and he flew it into the pond. So I got my hip waders on and went in and got it out for him. Oh, I should put on the other light. Hold on. It's kind of dark in here. So I went and retrieved that for him.
For those of y'all that don't have Facebook, here is a clip of from the drone as it went into the pond. I was filming the video. I was using my cell phone to record the video off of it, and I was controlling it with the hand controller. Here you go, watch. You'll see it get stuck in the tree right there, and then flip, 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 splash right in the water. One more time. Those that didn't catch it. Upside down in the tree, and then flip, 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 splash.
In the drink, it went. And yeah. So, no, I got it out myself. I have hip waders for going in the pond for when I feed my fish. So I went in and got it. And it was funny because it was under the water with the lights like still on.
Yeah,
so
the lights
it looked
were
kind of
flashing
funny.
because the controller like lost connection with it, so the lights were blinking and flashing, and you could still see where it was at under the water.
It was pretty funny. So yeah, we got the drone back, so it's safe, and it's shockingly it's still working. So that's
Sitting in
cool.
some rice right now.
Yeah, I told them to use a hairdryer and then put it in some rice. I got my little amethyst on tonight.
Your rice.
So yeah, trying to save the drone, and I still haven't heard from Bill Murphy and his wife Anita about how her surgery went, so I don't have an update yet. However, I think that he tweeted to someone today and said he was just really overwhelmed, with family and stuff. So I'm sure he'll post an update soon. So I can't update you on that, unfortunately. What else? I saw Miss Wonderful stream today. I didn't get a chance to check her out. I know she was streaming. I think she went back up to the cross. She's found like a local cross near where she lives, where she kind of goes up onto this mountain. And it's one of those things where you can write down, like a prayer or a request or whatever to God, and you can nail it to the cross. And it's very pretty up on a, hillside. And I think she went back up there today, but I didn't get a chance to see the video yet. Just too busy. But I still have to tweet out her stuff too. I said I would do for her to help her out. But I just haven't got a chance to do it yet. So hopefully tonight or tomorrow I'll get to that. And oh, you did see it? Did I miss anything important? I didn't get a chance to watch it today. I hope she's doing okay. And I'm trying to think. There was something else I was going to mention about YouTube stuff. It'll come to me in a minute. I do know, I'm pretty sure there was another Chris Hansen video about Onision and Kai that cries. I think I just kind of skimmed through it. That was like a day or two ago. I didn't watch the whole thing, but this was a young woman who had gone out there to his home and made a video with him at one point. So you would think, I mean, I don't know. I've heard both sides. Like, I've heard some people who say, no, he didn't really do anything wrong, but then it does seem to be quite a lot of people who said, yeah, he has, and his, husband as well, so, partner. Certainly a lot of people are standing up and saying he's done inappropriate things. I'm not worried about getting sued. But, yeah, it's hard to know. Being a YouTube creator, I do know how people can hate on you if you're out. I mean, I'm in nowhere near the league that he's in. However, I've been doing this for a while. I've been YouTubing for a while, years now. I don't know how many years. I don't even want to think about it. But, I do know how you can get a lot of hate online. It's true. You really can. And oftentimes for no reason. Like, really, well, you all know, if you followed me for any length of time, I've dealt with a lot of bullshit. And a lot of it really, I shouldn't have. Like, it's just for no fucking reason, And people can just be jerks, and not everybody's gonna love you, but, you can get a lot of hate online. It's true. It's just like, that's kind of what you have to be ready to deal with. If you're going to be a YouTube creator and you're going to be in front of the camera and putting yourself out there, you have to be prepared to deal with some haters. You do. And I think I was a little naive at first, and I sort of did feel like I wanted everyone to like me, and like, I try to be a decent human being, and I feel like I'm fairly likable, and I try to be nice to everyone, and I'm very friendly, and I'm very polite, and on the whole, like, I tend to get along with people pretty well, and I am a people pleaser. Like, I'm always willing to help and blah, 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 blah. So I think, like, when I first started kind of getting negativity online, I was a little horrified, and I kind of wanted to defend myself or, make amends with whoever the problem was with. And, now, years later, I will say my attitude has changed. My skin has gotten thicker, and I'm sort of a little bit more like, if I see the first whiff of problems with people online, I'm just like, bye. I don't have the time or the energy for all that drama. And, there are a lot of shitsters and people that are into drama and that sort of thing. I mean, I do have like the activist sort of personality, and if I see something that I think is not right, or if I see someone getting hurt or whatever, I am going to be the first one to step up and say, hey, this is not okay. I do have that type of personality. I will step up and say something a lot of times when other people won't. And I'm okay with doing that, I don't mind putting myself in the line of fire. Whereas there are a lot of people that are very uncomfortable with that for whatever reason, and I respect that. I guess because, I am a mom and I have raised 4 kids, and, I had to go to bat for them quite a lot, so I've had to go to bat for myself. So I know how to step up to the plate and go to bat, and I can do that. However, my time is extremely precious to me, and the last thing I want to do is waste it. And waste it on people that are getting a kick out of getting a reaction. Maybe they're trying to poke you to get a reaction because if they're a content maker, they might be doing it just for content, and I've dealt with that. Or if they're just a person that is sort of like an energy vampire or emotional vampire. They might just be looking for the reaction to feed off the energy they're creating through you. Um, and, they might need that focus from people so that that's how they feed and thrive is, by getting that kind of attention. So there's those types. There's all types, and I've pretty much probably come across them all. I've also had a couple misunderstandings with people that are very close to me that unfortunately turned public, and then people get involved, and blah, blah, blah. So, I've dealt with it all at this point. I feel like pretty much most of it. And I've learned a lot. I really have. I've learned a lot of things. Hopefully, I've grown somewhat. Hopefully, I've learned to deal with some things better. And, I'm not perfect. I certainly make mistakes. Hey, how are you? Is that a purple quartz? Is that Diane? If it is, hi, Diane. I think that's Diane. Anyway, good to see you come in. Yeah, so, it's like I do feel like I've dealt with a lot by this point in the game, and I haven't always dealt with everything the best way, but all you can do is keep trying, right? You can't just lay down and die. Like, everybody's going to make mistakes, everybody's going to screw up, and you just got to keep trying. What else are you going to do? So, but I guess my point is that I think in my earlier days, I would have been more apt to really kind of take it personally and feel hurt and insulted and, get my feelings hurt if I had a problem with somebody and they didn't like me. Whereas nowadays, I'm just sort of like, oh, well, okay, I guess you just don't like me and that's it, so go away. And I won't bother you and you go away and we'll just carry on, I mean, not everybody's going to like me. I am aware of that. I mean, I've always been aware of that, like I don't need everyone to love me. But I don't know. You know how it goes. Like, obviously, if you don't feel like you've committed a great huge crime and somebody's sort of pointing a finger at you, you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold on, defend yourself. You can't help it. But I probably would do less and less of that as time goes on because it does take a lot of time and effort and energy and focus. And like I say, my time is precious. I'd rather put it toward, I don't know, more fruitful pursuits. So, yeah. So, my point is, I know what it's like to have people dislike you for whatever reason, and it might not be a really sane or justifiable or justified, or I don't know, it might not be a great reason. They might just dislike you for no big reason at all. But it seems like that the number of people coming forward is quite a lot. Oh, it's Teresa. I'm sorry. Hi, Teresa. I'm so glad you're here. Teresa is a very, very old friend, and she's been with me from the start. She's a lovely lady, love her to death, and I'm not going to, speak about her personal life, but let's just say she's had some issues, some health issues, and she messaged me earlier, and Teresa, I love you. I really hope you have speedy healing, and yeah, I will, I'll reach out to you tomorrow so we can chat. I was getting ready tonight, so I didn't have a ton of time to talk, but I'm definitely going to reach out to you so we can have a little chit chat tomorrow because I feel so bad for you right now. And you're such a nice lady. So thanks for coming in. Oh, really? I don't know why. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it seems like there are a lot of people that are coming forward and making these accusations of inappropriate behavior, and it's hard to sort of, it's hard to keep thinking like maybe he's innocent, maybe they're both innocent. I don't know. It's, I guess, we're not a court. We can't. I have seen cases of people being convicted in the court of public opinion, many, And it's not hard to have that happen. And I actually think when it comes to high profile cases, speaking on this subject, I think when it comes to high profile cases that are in the media a lot, it can almost be impossible to get a fair trial nowadays. You know, it's just like if the media and the paparazzi get a hold of a story, it's just like everybody sort of makes up their mind before a case even gets to court. So, yeah. Thanks, Teresa. So, yeah, it's like, you know, we're not the authorities. It's the authorities have to handle it, and hopefully they will, and hopefully they'll do a good job. And I know that doesn't always happen either. But I guess I would just urge caution. Urge caution. You know, we don't know. You know, for sure, we weren't there. I certainly think it's okay to form an opinion and to listen to everything everyone has to say. But we don't know these people. We don't know what their motives are. Who knows? I don't know. It certainly doesn't look good. I'll just say that. So, yeah, we'll just have to follow the story and see what happens, I guess. So that's that. Can I just say, I'm just going to say this. I have to say this. I don't understand the mukbanging thing. I know I said it before, I'm going to say it again. I do not get that. I, for one, have zero interest watching someone eat online. It does not appeal to me. And it seems like a lot of times the people that are eating online are also, they don't look healthy. They look like they're overweight and probably shouldn't be eating that much anyway. I don't get the mukbang thing. I know it's like a big thing and I know a lot of people do it. I don't get it. I do not even particularly care to listen to even my own people eat. I don't want to listen to someone else eat or watch them.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't get that. It is gross. And I especially don't want to watch someone who looks like really overweight and unhealthy, like shoveling food into their face for an hour or whatever. No, I have zero interest in that. I don't get that. I don't get that trend. Not for me. Not my thing. I guess it's popular. I guess it must be. Otherwise, it wouldn't have become a trend. But I don't understand that. Not for the life of me. Yeah, ugh. I couldn't even. No, thank you. I could not do that. I couldn't watch it. I really couldn't. I would turn it off. I wouldn't watch it. Even for the like bizarre or grotesque or, you know, whatever you want to call it, like for that I wouldn't have an interest. Like, you know, you see those videos where they're like popping pimples and stuff, like I would not watch that. That's just gross. I don't have an interest in watching something that just I find like personally offensive or, you know, distasteful. Like that's just not me. I don't know. And so there's some little online trends that happen, you know, that I just don't get. I mean, I don't know. I guess because I'm older, maybe, you know, I'm just, maybe it's like a young kid type thing. I don't know, but I don't get it. Don't get it. Don't understand it. Don't think I ever will. I'm not going to watch somebody eat themselves to death online. I don't want to participate in that. And yeah, I don't want to watch people squeezing, you know, zits. No thanks. It's just kind of gross. It's just. So yeah, there's a couple things I just don't get, but whatever. So that's that little story. I've been chatting with a friend who is somebody I've known online for quite a while, but I haven't really talked to her privately a ton, and all of a sudden, in the past couple days, we've been kind of chatting, so that's nice. Always nice to connect with people. And yeah, not a ton of big news, I have to say. Just feeling good that I had a productive day. I'm telling you, I can be a wicked procrastinator sometimes when it comes to just like jobs that I hate doing. I can sometimes put them off and be a procrastinator. The paperwork is one of them for me. I hate doing it. I don't know why. I just hate it. I hate doing it. I hate doing paperwork. And I would rather do almost anything else. Like, I don't really mind doing housework, and yard work and, most work I don't mind. But for some reason, my own paperwork, I hate doing it. It's just, I find it tedious and boring, and I don't know what else to say. I dread doing it. So I tend to put it off. So it did feel really good to get that accomplished. So I was very pleased about that today. Probably won't be a super long stream tonight because I am running kind of late. This is kind of late in the night for me to be streaming. And I also haven't eaten yet. So I'm going to be having a late dinner tonight. So I won't be streaming too long because I will want to eat at some point. And I'm not going to eat in front of you guys because I don't do that. So maybe pop something in my mouth here and there, but I'm not going to sit down and eat a meal in front of you. I wouldn't torture you that way. So just a little quick stream tonight. Yeah, and I'm not going to talk about The Sims probably until Monday also. I decided I need a little bit more time to do some notes and a little bit more research and print some more shit out and stuff like that. So I think it'll be Monday that I go back to talking about the Sims case. So what else? I feel like there was something else I was going to share, but give me a minute. Oh, God, that donut vape is so good. Oh, Teresa, I know I was going to say to you, I had asked you, but I didn't see your response. Do you have a vape? If you're still in here and seeing chat, do you have a vape? Teresa was talking about being, oh, I know, I was going to talk about smoking, actually. That was one thing I was going to bring up. Teresa, I hope you have a vape. Because I know what that's like, and it can be really tough. Yeah, so I was going to bring up smoking, and I was just going to say, you know, if you're a younger person, hopefully I'm not supposed to have kids watching my streams. I've complied with YouTube, and I've said this isn't for kids, but nonetheless, kids sometimes do watch. If you're a younger person, please don't ever start smoking. It's like smoking is so addictive, and it leads to so many health problems. Don't smoke. I guess, I was thinking about it too when I was thinking, when Wayne and I were in the vape shop last night, we were talking to them about how they've banned, some flavored juice or whatever, and yeah, pods, and it seems like they're kind of cracking down on the vape industry. There's always problems with the vaping thing. Like, we're always worried they're going to stop doing it, and not allow it or whatever, ban it. And I don't know. So I was talking to a girl who works at the vape store, and I was like, I kind of get it, like how parents can be concerned. There are a lot of young people vaping and whatnot, but as someone who, has done both, smoking is worse. It really is. And, yeah, it's just, I mean, really, I would not want any of my kids to smoke or vape, but if I had to pick one, I think it would be vaping over smoking, God. Not that I want them to vape either, but you know what I'm saying. I would much prefer they vaped than pick up smoking, because once you pick up smoking, like, that's it. You're done. You're most likely going to be battling it. And it's a hard battle. And a lot of people say it's like harder to quit smoking than it is heroin. So just goes to show, like, it's a very pervasive habit that so many people struggle with their whole lives, and I know I have. So, and it can lead to just so many health issues. And if nothing else, it's like it dehydrates you. It's terrible for your skin, bad for your teeth. It stinks. It's expensive. It's getting more and more expensive all the time. So yeah, kids, please don't smoke out there. Let me get that message across. So yeah, that's that. What else do I have to chitty chat tonight? I'm going to read from my daily spell journal. I've been doing that every day. So today is the 4th of January. And we have a spell to open the door of opportunity. You need a piece of chalk, and you just go to a door or a gate. Some people believe that when one door closes, another one opens. The key is to recognize this when it happens. You can do this spell indoors or outdoors. Stand on the opposite side of the door from the place you are about to enter. In other words, if the door enters your house, stand on the front step. Use the chalk to draw an outline around the edges of the door, going in a clockwise direction. And let me just say, if it's counterclockwise, in witchcraft they usually call it widdershins. So in a clockwise direction, trace a circle around the knob. If the door includes windows, trace around them as well. As you do so, say, opportunity knocks and new doors open, repeating it 9 times as you trace the outline. Once you've finished making your chalk outline, knock 3 times on the door, open it up, and let yourself in. Close it behind you, and on the inside of the door, use the chalk to draw an image of the success you hope to achieve. Every time you enter that door, knock on it and say, opportunity knocks and new doors open, and soon enough, you'll see the changes you're wishing for. And then it has little notes where you can write your little notes about the spell, when you did it, if, your observations, if you had any success, and whatnot. So, yeah, that's a cute little spell. I can remember, in the past, going back some, there were little sort of sing-songy chants I would do sometimes that were almost like kids' rhymes, that I would do as like forms of protection and stuff, which really, magic can be that simple, because it is about focus and intention and will, and you can just sort of chant something, and manifest what you're hoping for. And anything like that, repeating something, visualization by drawing pictures of something, like anything like that, it really is a form of magic, and it can definitely work. I've seen it myself many, 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 many times. I've done lots of different weird magic. I'm not going to get into it. You'll probably all start thinking I'm crazy. But I've done a lot of like little magic where I've manifested little things in my life. And it's not hard to do. You just have to learn how to do it. And you just have to believe. And you just have to be dedicated and do it. And it works. And it's awesome. So, yeah. That's our little witchcraft talk for the day. Paranormal stuff. I did want to bring this up briefly. I know it's very common for people to focus on the negative in the paranormal. Even I myself, I talk about that quite a bit. Thank you, Teresa, about the crown. Thank you. I love my crown. But I am going to say this. I definitely don't think there's as much negative in the paranormal as everyone goes on about. I think there's a lot of hype about the negative. I think there's way too much demon talk. Like, oh, this is a demon and that's a demon and demons, demons, demons everywhere. No. No, 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 no.
Demons, demons,
No, 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 no. There's not demons everywhere. And you probably don't ever have to worry about a demon. So, yeah, I really think a lot of the demon talk is ridiculous. And I really don't even think there's as many negative spirits or energies or entities or whatever you want to call it as people think there are. I think people are very fearful, and you can get yourself worked up and in a very fearful state. I do think you have to be wary, and I definitely think you should be aware and you should notice what's happening around you. But I think there needs to be a lot less fear, and a lot less fear. It's not uncommon to fear the unknown. And actually, Shan, I wasn't sort of starting this conversation because of you. It was something else that led me down this train of thought. But also semen demon. But also with you, this would be hopefully helpful to you as well. I was thinking about someone else though, and nobody you guys know, but it really pains me when I see people who are getting close to death and they're fearful. You know, I really that really pains me, and I do react to death a lot differently than a lot of other people, and I handle it differently. I react differently. I talk about it differently. You know, and whatnot. I always have. I've always been that way, and but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I always knew that people didn't just die when they passed away and the body dies and they're put in the ground or wherever they're put. I always knew that was not the end for for that soul, for that spirit. I always knew they continued on. I mean, even if we're talking like back to when I was a very small child. It was just a knowledge I had within me, and I knew. I didn't always know everything. Hey, DJ Raiders. I didn't always know everything. Like, I didn't, and I still don't. You know, it's not like I have all the answers and I know all the mysteries and the secrets. I don't. Um, but I know more than I did when I was a child, I hope. Although, don't, I don't think people put enough stock in what children say and, the expression out of the mouths of babes. And I think that's true. We should listen to children more because they have a lot of insights that people poo poo. Poo poo. Like, oh, no, yeah, you're cute and funny and do do do. And I never was like that with children, any children, not my own, not with other people's children. I take children seriously and I respect them. And just because they're young and they don't have a lot of life experience yet, and maybe they can't always convey what they want to say with flowery, speech because they don't have a lot of vocabulary or whatnot. That doesn't mean that they're stupid, and it doesn't mean that they're invalid. And I think we can learn a lot from children, and I wish children got a lot more care and respect and love in the world. Um, yeah. So I definitely don't think children should be treated like little adults, and some people do that, and that's not what I mean, and that's not how I treat children. Um, but however, I think they're dismissed too much and not respected enough and not cherished enough. Maybe that's what I want to say. But I did always know that spirit continued on after the body dies, and I hate to see people being so afraid of death. What?
I'm having a rough day.
You're having a rough day?
Yes, I crashed my quadcopter in the water. I spilled 100 milliliters of e-liquid.
Yeah, you did.
And I just sliced my hand wide open.
Jeez.
With a knife.
My God, Wayne, settle down. He has been just like accident after accident all day. it's not a big cut, is it, Wayne?
No, it's not that bad.
Do you need me to get you a Band-Aid, honey?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um, totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, you know, oh, I know. It just like it does. It really pains me when I see people like being really afraid to pass and to die, especially if it's like if they're older and it's like, kind of like their time. Um, I hate to see people be scared. And one of the things I've been looking into is becoming a death doula. Um, and that's just like a birth doula. It's somebody that works with people who are dying, and I feel like it's something that would be really rewarding, and I'm considering it. I've been looking into it. Yeah, I think it would be very rewarding, and you know, if I could help someone pass easier, then that would be wonderful. And I don't like to see people being fearful of death. So, it's just, it's not an ending, it's just a stage, in my opinion. Hey, Robin, how are you? Um, yeah, so I have been researching death doulas and how to become certified as a death doula and all that stuff. So it's interesting. It's an interesting field. Um, use duct tape. Oh, for Wayne, you mean? No, we're pretty stocked up on Band-Aids. We have a lot. I have a great big first aid kit. When my son was little, we had like 35 first aid kits. He was obsessed with them. So I know how to keep a good first aid kit. Yeah, have any of you ever heard of that? Um, deaf, death doulas? And yeah, it's the same. There is one particular program I saw that is the same program that they train for hospice workers. Um, it was really expensive, that one. It was really pricey. Some of them are, there's a whole range of prices, but the one to become certified that you could also be certified to work in a hospice, it is pretty pricey. But it but that is essentially what a death doula is the same type of person that works in a hospice. But it's becoming sort of like a new field. And not just for working in hospice, also for working with families in their homes and whatnot, all different situations. So yeah, it's interesting. I've been reading all about it lately. No, it's not a chaplain. It's. Have you heard of a birth doula? Because birth doulas have been around for a while. It's and a birth doula is different from a midwife because you don't actually do any medical care. You're really just there for emotional care and psychological care, and that's what a birth doula does. She or he, is just there to support the pregnant woman and to support the birth process and everything, but not in any medical capacity. I mean, the doula will interact with the medical person. Um, yeah, and it's the same kind of with a death doula. Is you're not going to be providing any kind of medical care, but you would be interacting with the nurses or doctors or whomever. Um, it's more about emotional, psychological, and perhaps even spiritual care, not medical, physical. And yeah, I hadn't been familiar with them. I was familiar with birth doulas, but now there's death doulas as well. And evidently, we're going to have such a huge number of people passing, because the baby boomers will start passing and everything, that there's going to be a lot more need for this type of service. So, yeah, it's interesting stuff. Um, Excuse me, I'm belching with my soda. So yeah, I've been looking into all that. It's really interesting. You should research it if you're interested too. It's different, but I like different things. So that's that story. Um, yeah. I've always had an open door policy when it comes to spirits, and I know not a lot of people get that. And I don't recall ever, saying anything wasn't welcome to be in my home. There was only one time that I really got fearful enough that I then protected my home because I felt threatened. And it only happened to me once um, that I actually felt threatened enough that I shut up the house and, protected anything from coming. I made it so that nothing could come in. Nothing, um, out of body or supernatural or whatever term you want to use. I shut up the house and I protected it so nothing could come in because I got fearful. And that only happened to me one time in all of my years of being involved. Um, and I think now, had I had the same experience happen to me today, I probably wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have handled it in the same way that I did then. Um, I think that I've changed and evolved in a way that probably wouldn't be necessary at this point. Um, I know, that people do have trouble with negative attachments and, the whole bit, but I think we worry about it far too much, more than we need to. Um, from my speaking just from my own experience, and maybe like I say, I'm not an expert. I don't have all the answers. I'm not a guru, but um, I think if you become knowledgeable enough, good night, Shan. Have a good sleep, honey. Um, you don't need to do that. And if you care for yourself in particular ways, you don't need to do that. And I think if it was such a huge threat that that things would be very different. That's my personal opinion. Don't have to agree with me, but um, I think we worry more than we need to when it comes to the paranormal and certain things. But like I say, it depends. I sort of have different opinions because I've also said I don't think everyone should try to communicate with spirit. I don't think everyone should use spirit boxes. There's certain psychological conditions that I feel like make you too vulnerable and you shouldn't, be doing that. There seems to be certain people that are susceptible to problems. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I have my theories. And, I also have my own I don't know if I want to call it a psychological condition. I mean, I think technically it's a learning disorder, but like I do have Asperger's, so maybe that offers me some form of protection. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, as I say, but I do think we worry about it a little bit too much sometimes. Um, yeah, so that was one thing I was going to bring up and mention. Um, yeah. Oh, God, Juju, I can smell you from here. You're stinky, girl. She's so stinky. So that's that. I think tomorrow night I'm going to do a spirit box session. Did I just lose my eyelash? I think I might have. I think my eyelash is being wonky. Hold on. I'm having a wonky eyelash. Oh no, it's fine. Oh, those eyelashes. I think tomorrow night I am going to do a spirit box session. It's been a while and I'm feeling the pull to do a spirit box session. So I think tomorrow night I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to stream earlier and do a session. I'm not doing that tonight because, as I say, I am running a little late. I am a little hungry, and I'm hoping to hit a fast food place before they close tonight. I'm thinking it might be a Taco Bell night. I think I'm gonna have. If you've ever been to Taco Bell and you've ever had the Dorito tacos, that's like the only thing I like there. I love them, and they're calling my name tonight. So, um, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been an hour. I know it's sort of a short stream tonight, and I'm sorry. Um, I wish I could hang out with you longer, but I'm hungry, dying to have some Dorito tacos. Are you in the mood for that, Wayne?
I'm down.
I knew he would be.
I'm always down for those.
Loves Taco Bell. Yeah, they're wicked yummy. Actually, he hadn't had them before, and I had him try one the last time we
I've
went.
been snacking on Jarlsberg.
Oh, you have? Jarlsberg.
Jarlsberg.
And he hadn't ever tried the Dorito tacos, but and I always get them, and it's the only thing I get, pretty much. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I get a couple other things, but I think I figured out that's like the main thing that I like there is the Dorito tacos. And he did try them the last time we ordered from there, and he loved them. I have good taste. They're really good. So I think I'm going to go get some Dorito tacos and hang out hopefully a little bit longer tomorrow night and a little bit earlier since it's a Sunday night. And that's it. I hope you all have a good Saturday night. And be safe, be happy, be healthy, be loving, be kind, be compassionate. Tell your loved ones everything you want to say, because you never know which day is your last day or theirs. And join me tomorrow night if you're around. Probably earlier, probably about, I'd say, I don't know, 7 or 8 Central Time, but we'll see as the day goes on for me. And that's it, guys. Patriots lost. Yeah. That was a kind of a shame.
It was depressing.
That's my old team. We were kind of hoping the Patriots and the Saints would play, because then it would be like my team, his team. But now the Saints are my team, so I'm not even that bothered about the Patriots' loss.
Saints are beasting it up.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing their best football right now. They're
Yeah.
peaking at the perfect time.
I want to get a king cake too. It's king
This
king
is
cake
exactly
season.
what happened when we won the Super Bowl. We peaked right at the first week of the playoffs is when we were peaking. And we just blew through the playoffs and just won. I mean, it was
Yeah,
just,
I don't know why you don't believe me. I told you
We're gonna
this is
win.
their year.
we are going to win.
All right, guys. Sleep well. Don't let the demons bite. And until next time, I'll be